shit! The day is finally here. Starting the Realm Reborn main scenario quest. Holy shit. Feels kind of surreal. I never actually thought I'd finally get to this point. I mean, back when I started in October, I was like, yeah, we'll get there in no time. And I was like, oh, it's about to be April in 2 days, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I barely reached Realm Reborn. And yeah, the weeks leading up to this, I was like, dude, we have such a long way to go, we're never gonna get there. But a little bit at a time, right? Chip away at it. Alright. Enough of the music. Jesus. Fucking Monka Shake music over here with, what's it called? Sephiroth 557 Remake music. Alright, folks. Let's go ahead and get started. Where's the game audio? There it is. There's the music. You might hear some of it through the mic, but I'm using the noise suppressor program to try and mitigate that. But it's not perfect. You guys know how it goes. We've been through this. Just double checking everything. Making sure it's actually, yep, everything's working fine. Alright. Cancel this. Oh, right, I should change controllers really quick. This one's about to die. 1 second, I was about to transition over to the PS5, but hold on. Controller's like, hey, I need juice. Control or plug me into the motherfucking USB cable. Alright. There we go. And boom. And finally. Boom, baby! I'm down here now. Bottom left. Only for this scene, though. Yeah, here we are. That way. Okay, this way. Final Fantasy XIV, The Realm Reborn. Where to begin with this one? I don't even know how to intro it. You guys saw what happened last time, the cliffhanger with FF14 1.0, right? Well, we're gonna start off by rewatching that scene, except there's another half added to it now. The way 1.0 FF14 ended now transitions directly into how this one begins. So we're gonna watch that. And by sitting on the title screen, I'll do it on its own, but I can't move my controller, so I'm gonna sit it down over here. But then after that, I'm gonna show the, we're gonna transition back to YouTube for a little bit, for old time's sake. And I'm gonna show the Legacy character intro. Alright, here we go, starting. I'm gonna mute my mic too, so to avoid echo. No more headphones, baby. It's coming from my TV. I'll unmute occasionally to say something, but we've seen this part before, so there's not much for me to say here. all the prayers at the end of 1.0. And now comes the other half we didn't see last time, because it hadn't been made yet. The Realm Reborn part. The transition. I still get choked up from that, you know? The part we just saw. Still gets me a little emotional. Hey! Main theme composer. Oboe Uematsu. That's right, I send my boy. We're homies. We talk on the phone once in a while, you know? We hang out. Well, she survived. I mean, so did they. Ida and Papalino, Pistola. I mean, we didn't see what happened to everyone else. We just saw Luisal teleport us out of there, but... It was Daddy Thancred, he made it too. Why does his hair look so dark there? It's supposed to be white. It looks almost black. Must have been the lighting. Odin. Oh shit! A behemoth. I think that's King Behemoth, but the only difference between them is one's really big. King Behemoth is just huge. So when you just see it by itself like that, you can't really tell if it's a normal one or not. Who knows what the hell they said to each other. Remember, this guy talked at the beginning of 1.0. He doesn't talk anymore, though. The main character here. He can whistle, though. That's the man himself, Naoki Yoshida. Big shout out. See, what a triumphant fucking intro that is right there, right? A Realm Reborn. And damn, did he do a good enough job to pull Square Enix out of the hole, right? Before switching back to YouTube one more time, though. One more movie to watch, which is the opening movie. Yeah, that was just the, you know, demo and title. Meaning, the demo refers to the movie we just saw. Title means it changes your title screen to that expansion when you do that. Now the actual opening movie, when you first create a new account and launch the game for the first time, before you even make a character, you see this.
Heidelin. A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the Astral Eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral.
Nothing lasts forever. Always changing.
In the year 1572 of the sixth and most recent Astral Era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamud, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Fucking love that guy's voice. I gotta look up the voice actor, but we'll hear him again too. But I love that dude's voice. It's just the bass, everything. Like, my God, it's such easy listening. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it feels good to listen to that guy's voice. It's very ASMR, you know? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna replay, so I'm gonna set it there. There we go. That way the movie won't replay again. But now I gotta mute the game, and we gotta switch over to YouTube again real quick. So let me do that and put my headphones back on for a second. Alright, here we go. Playlist. Yes. Let me mute my TV in case there's a little echo. There we go. Okay, looks good. And now, if, you played 1.0, FF14 1.0, then you can transfer your character over to this game. And when you do, you get to watch, well, this when you start the game, which is different from just creating a normal new character. Okay, just had to make sure the audio was going through. There's those words again from 1.0. Hear, feel, What else? Hear, feel, think. They recorded this really weird because you can't really hear the words unless that's intentional right now. So far, this is pretty standard. But you see this even if you make a brand new character. The part that's exclusive to 1.0 characters is coming up after this. They move their mouse. It's not my mouse. Oh, I remember that. The little loading icon. I'll be seeing it again in a few years when they upgrade the specs for the game, but for right now with the PS5, I don't have to look at that anymore for a while. I kind of forgot that existed. Not bragging either, I'm just saying, that genuinely caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, that's right, there used to be a loading icon for me. See, just like in the intro movie, where Louis Saw teleported everyone to that little forest there, and then, you know, the whole party goes up to that cliff edge and looks at Limsa. Limsa la Minsa! The cannon starting point.
At the Battle of Carteneau, as fire rained down from the
Oh my god, this is quiet. But yet the sound effects were really loud, so I think it's on their part. I'm just gonna have to let it play. Well, no, it sounds like ass. I'll raise it up a little. Because the sound effects, you heard it just now, they were fine. But that right now was just garbage, so I'm gonna raise it up to 80 and hope I don't regret it. Headphone warning, in case it gets loud.
Archon Louis Soir invoked
Okay, let's see what happens.
at the Battle of Carteneau, as fire rained down from the heavens. Archon Louis Soir invoked the power of the Keeper and sent his fellow heroes into an ethereal rift beyond the reach of the devastation.
Yep.
5 years since that fateful day, since the 7th Umbral Era changed the world forever. The time has come for the heroes to return. On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves
Hold on,
of
I missed a small detail of what he just said. Something caught my ear.
the time has come for the heroes to return.
Oh, okay, it was 5 years. My brain jumbled that up a little. Okay, I'll let it play.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer.
Unlike in the movie, where you're
Lone yet
you know,
not
accompanied by
alone,
5.
for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future? Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Weird delivery of that line, but probably just how they told him to read it, honestly. Try and... Dude. That sound was great. Dude, the sound design is amazing. We know who we can credit for that. Masayoshi Soken. He was a sound designer. Alright, I'll stop there, because the rest of this can contain spoilers. We'll watch this later. And I hit the pause button, but apparently it didn't work. So anyway, back to, you know, this over here. Alright, so that's what happens when you create brand new character in 1.0 and then bring it over to Realm Reborn. So you know, when 1.0 ended, if you finish the main scenario quest as your character, that's the intro you get. For those who didn't finish, I think you're fucked. I think. Or you just miss out on certain perks, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the person I met who actually played 1.0 said you don't get the cutscenes either if you didn't do it, so rip for those who didn't, like that person. But anyway, I'm free! No more headphones. It's over. I want the movie to start playing again. It's literally finally over for a while. At least until we get to, you know, the end of Realm Reborn and it's back to... what's it called? It's back to FF13 for the last part, Lightning Returns. But until then, free of headphones for a while. And I actually get to do something other than just sit and watch a YouTube video too and comment on it. I get to actually, you know, be more hands-on. So, I guess that's it for the intro. Let's actually make a character and get started. Just looking at the audio levels, making sure everything's going well. Yeah, good. I'm making sure the TV audio isn't going to the mic. Alright, looks good. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, to not compromise account info, select a data center and a server to make a character. When the character is finalized, that's when I'll go ahead and, once the character's been finalized, that's when I'll go ahead and... Yeah, this is fine right here. You guys can look at Sephiroth in the meantime. That's what I'll go ahead and transition back over to the game. Let's see. Data center. Okay. I can at least show this part. Well, let me just double check which data center I chose. Okay, yeah, this works. Let me see the queue time too before I might have to choose a different data center, so I gotta check the queue time before I even make a character, just to be sure. Let's try here. Start log in. Sorry, I made some dummy characters just to... Okay, 13 players, that's not bad. Yeah, go ahead and leave. Okay, that works. Alright, for the sake of, you know, those who want to see the fancy... When you hit start... Wait for it. I love how triumphant it sounds. The classic, you know, Final Fantasy theme here. It's just like, we did it. We remade the game. Anyway, here you go. And then there's your character select screen. So, like I said, I'm gonna... Okay, well, Iris is data center, so it's actually fine. What to do? Oh, yeah, that's why, though. Never mind, I remembered why. Why I switched over. Character safe data. So I'm on a data center that I'm actually usually play. Usually. You guys can look at Sephiroth for a second. Alright, new character. Load appearance data. Yes. My limited character is this one. So there we go. Yeah, everything's fine already. I resaved all the data recently to make sure it's good. So I just have to hit confirm and then make a fucking name. Y'all heard that? It's a waifu for Limza. Let's see. Oh, none of this matters, the birthday and all that. But let me read it real quick. Astral and Umbral. Okay, so the pattern seems to go from Astral era to Umbral era, or at least with the moons. Moons are months, essentially. Um, maybe that's where they actually got the name IRL. That's where it evolved from, maybe. Month, off of the word moon. You know, so thinking back to how English stems from Latin. It could be, but I don't know the Latin word for moon, so I could be dead wrong about that. But still, if you think about it, every month is a cycle for the moon, so it kind of makes sense. But anyway, yeah, so that doesn't matter. But see, I was a little confused because he said they were in the 6th astral era at the end of 1.0, right? And then they went into the 7th umbral era because of the calamity, the whole thing with Bahamut that we saw. And it's been 5 years since then, but they're still trying to rebuild since all that happened. So it's the 7th umbral era. So is it going to go from the 7th umbral era to the 7th astral? Or is it going to go from the 7th umbral era to the 8th astral? I don't really know. Maybe there's no pattern when it comes to, because the eras are defined by historical events, not by moons or years necessarily. So they just mentioned that it's a cycle they've observed, how something horrible happens, and then eventually everybody picks themselves back up, and things go prosperous again for a while, and that's when they shift from umbral to astral era. But the moons probably follow their own pattern. Let's try to figure that out during the intro. But anyway, confirm this, doesn't matter. Something that starts in Limza, we'll go with Marauder. I won't be playing this character long. I'll be switching to New Game Plus on a character that starts in Limza, so that we can actually blaze through the quest quicker. But you can't do the intro or the first 4-level main scenario quests with New Game Plus. That's why I'm making a new character. That's literally the only reason. There you go, Marauder for Limza. Confirm. Guard Stormer it is, sure. Again, we're not going to be playing this character that long, so it's whatever. So yeah, just go ahead. Not a fucking name. I'm going to try to get the same name I have for the actual character we'll be playing in New Game Plus. I hope it works. But I'm not sure. It could be taken on this server. Let's see. Hey, Crimson. I saw your message earlier. Well, actually, I responded right before I started, streaming. If you sent the no one out to that, I haven't seen it yet, but I hit enter. Where'd it go? Okay, good. Let's see if the name's taken on this server. From no. Crimson, you already know what character this is. Oh, it says begin a new game with this character. Alright, we're ready. Get those damn headphones out of here. I'm glad to be free of them for a while, They get tiresome having them on. This is stuff. Okay, audio looks good. Alright, let's transition over and get started. Boom! Voila, there's the character. Begin a new game with this character? Yes. Oh! That sound! It's just like when you start a new game in Kingdom Hearts. Damn, we got a fucking queue. That ruins it. No, not really. You still get to see the big ass effect, and it's loud and flashy, right? 22 players. Midgard Stormer. That giant fucking snake made me knocked one of my characters out of the battle, counted as running away in FF7. It's always either a giant snake or a dragon, because they kind of interchange them, but in lore and mythology. A dragon can just be looked at as a snake with arms, legs, and wings, right? Constantly checking the audio levels out of paranoia. Sorry for the echo. I'll mute when I can, if I'm not going to say anything, so to avoid it, but...
Here.
We're going to see this scene at least 2 more times.
Here. Feel.
At least 2 more times. People shake.
Here. Feel. Think.
Laughing at my own thoughts, folks. We're scrapping. Oi! You alright, lass? Here we go again with the fucking Limsa dialect. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm doing my best, folks, but the way they talk is just... It's tough. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Yeah, you could say that. Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the ether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Where the fuck is Vilbrand? Ugh, might as well have been bloomin' sickness. Ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Laminsa's still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? What kind of company are you looking for? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Okay. A little worried there. Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddling's me trade. A merchant. I'm gonna check the... I'm gonna actually preview the audio. Because I feel like the intro movie was fine. But this sounds kind of quiet on my TV, so I'm worried about how quiet it sounds there. I'll see in a minute, though. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? Sure. I knew it! Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power. To win glory. To amass a fortune. Or just keep to myself. To gain power. Power? As in, power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? Ah, I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Once we make port, you'd best sign yourself up at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Limbs is home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to swing an axe, or even sling a spell, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. So keep that in mind. Holy shit! What? That was just my reaction. We're gonna see Leviathan again, like in 1.0? I don't think so. Ship's off the starboard bow! Pirate colors! Well, it's still an intense intro. Pirates? Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below! What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lamizan colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon range and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. Well, we're fine then. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept our head on our shoulders. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If some pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? Okay. Let's. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa? Well, yeah. Sort of. It is? Well then let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ahem. Limsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. The admiral? Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah, at long last. Land ho! Behold, Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlaen, goddess of navigation. Beloved of Limlaen. Just like what's his name said in the legacy character intro.
On a windswept
Oh, there we go.
isle in the
We
southwestern
get to hear it again.
corner of the realm. Amidst the roiling waves of the Lotamo Sea lies the maritime city-state of Limsa.
Audio actually sounds good here. Never mind. There's just certain things that sound quiet for some reason.
To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlaen.
Graphics are a bit touched up from the Legacy character intro, aren't they?
What realm-shaking fate has
Just
she
a little.
descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. He's warning. Excuse me. And twins are off. Alright, I'm not gonna sneeze anymore. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me ass earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. You don't know the half.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Here it comes. Oh! Pen nuts busted right there for the name drop title screen intro. On Fantasy 14. I like how they made the I, the Roman numeral there, for 1, really big compared to the X and the V there. 10 and 5. Well, here we are. All sunshine and rainbows right now. Look at that bright smile. She's so happy to be here. Lord knows where she came from. You kind of fill in that backstory yourself. Character is yours after all. Hey, you there! Think somebody found out how green we are, looking around gawking at everything. I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. She said, what the fuck did you just call me? An adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Laminsa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Laminsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Rotana Sea. Please select the control screen you wish to use. Control it. And then the rest is just tutorial nonsense. None of this really matters, because I'll be playing this character for like all of 2 seconds. Look at that chat log though. I'm gonna have to shrink that down. Jesus. I already did the work of shrinking it down in the characters I'm actually gonna play. This thing is humongous though. Even if it's just for a little while, I gotta shrink it down. All it takes is one asshole saying some monka TOS shit and say chat and I'm fucked. I'm gonna shrink it down. Hide it behind my camera. There we go. Alright, cool. Right on! Oh hell no. I need inverted controls too. There's some things I have to fucking change. This, and reverse Y-axis on those. Okay, cool. Might as well since I'm here. I'm not gonna change anything else for now. There. So, I made a Vieira. First thing you'll notice, the same outfit as Fran from Final Fantasy 12. I'm paying homage to Fran. Waifu number 1 in FF12. This is what it would look like in high definition, her outfit. It's pretty damn cool. Because, you know, those were PS2 era graphics. This is technically PS3, PS4-ish, but it's been upscaled a little bit for PS5. Just a little bit, though. The real graphics upgrade doesn't come until a few years from now. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. Now, disappointing as it is, this is as close as I could get to Fran's actual hairstyle. They have one with their helmet, but the problem is, even that one or this one, they both have the ponytail, but they don't go down to her ass like Fran's actual hairstyle does in FF12. I think the reason for that is they didn't want to deal with the physics of it. Having such a long ponytail, and especially, you've seen Fran's, it's really bushy. Really big, thick, and bushy, and it would just... Without proper collision physics, it would just look horrible. It would just make the game look pretty shitty, and that's... I think that's why they did it, because... There's no collision physics with your clothing, and there's a wide variety of clothing. So I think that's why they limited the length of the ponytail. Same with the ninjas. One of the ninja outfits that has like a ponytail on it. It's part of the mask, of course. It's a little bit longer than that, but not by too much either. For the same reason, I think. But yeah, Fran's covers her entire back. You can't even see the back of her armor because of it. Like, literally covers part of her ass too. But here, nah, I couldn't get a... There's no such thing. This is the longest ponytail I could get. I was like... But yeah, I went with frosted tips, white highlights basically. Because fuck it, why not? So yeah, there's the Fran tribute. Oh god, I gotta turn that off too. Damn it, there's so many settings you have to fuck with, even if you don't want to. Where is that one? I think that one's in... No. There it is. Display and control panels, don't do that. Or this. Or this. Yeah, that's fine. There, thank you. Alright, let's get going. Oh yeah, if you don't do this, if you just try to fuck off and leave like this... Where in the bleeding hells do you think you're going? I told you to get over here! And I'm not moving it, by the way. Your character just gets moved like that. You're fucked. Alright, fine. Same thing if you go this way. He won't let you go. You're kind of on rails for a little bit. Coming to Limsa Lominsa, our very first quest. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa Lominsa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Well, shit. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you'd like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. I was gonna make a joke. A roleplay joke there, but... considering what Limsa tends to be known for. So, before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. Okay. It's not far, just head straight down this street and speak with Grafar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you to the pub. Take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Battleron. He's the proprietor of the Wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. Tutorial stuff. I'm not gonna voice the tutorial stuff, there's no point. Okay, just reminds you what you're supposed to be doing. Wait, what if I try to leave now? Is he still gonna... Can't even sprint! It's far enough, lass. You want to adventure in Limsa Lominsa and survive your first day, then I strongly suggest you visit the Wench and speak with Battleron first. The backwards one. Oh, it was this guy. It wasn't the other guy this time. It's just generic nonsense. Generic NPC stuff. He's not saying anything about you being new or anything. Unlike the previous Final Fantasy games, I'm not really gonna go talk to all the NPCs. That's just, we'll take like 50 days. Well, it'll be like 50 parts just to get through Realm Reborn if I do that. I think in FF9 is when I stopped doing that anyway. Talking to every single NPC I found. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you have a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. I'm starting to stutter. I've been talking too much. Shit. That starts to happen when I've been talking too much usually, I've noticed. But I'm streaming, I have to. It sucks, but what else can I do? Battleron, you made it! You survived 1.0. What's up, buddy? Greetings to you, lass. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for the drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your hand at adventuring, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. This guy's the hardest dude to voice over. The name's Baderon, and the most hospital of hostelries in the Drowning Wench is the Drowning Wench. There's also some of the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a deck especially for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. So you're working 2 jobs, essentially. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Comes with the territory, yeah. Not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course. But if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye. This town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them, after everything that happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things what got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. Bahamut. They took our bleeding memories, too. And no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an honest sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. It is all foggy. Like recollections from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear the future if they can't rightly recall the past. I think this is how they make it so that you don't have to feel like you had to play 1.0 to understand the story. They literally make it part of the story that a lot of the people in this world, the NPCs, totally forgot what the fuck happened back then. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, this goddamn calamity-spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. Won't even let us picture their damn faces. It's like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd goal. It's this what's got people calling these heroes the Warriors of Light. If Limbs is ever going to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to a venture is effort well spent. What say you, lass? You willing to lend us your strength? Me thanks to ye and the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer you me way for a reason. Damn, this dude's hard voice. Ah, but listen to me yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. What? 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scroll right there. Need to clean these two. Alice Risto, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations. You're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? Yeah, what of it? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? What is this? I'm being accused? Now hold on just a moment there, officer. You've got the wrong lass. This fine upstanding young lady is me dear departed grandma's sister. Wait, no. Me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. The lass wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Holy shit, that's a long line of grandma's, sister's, niece's, cousin's, closest companion. No one's ever going to trace that to try and verify what he just said. Look at her cocky smirk over there. The chick in the back. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings? Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Ah, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Yeah, me and two more often than not. Now, say, what say you to a tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait to Melfor, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, that's a chair over there just crying to be sat on, so kick off them heavy boots, eh? Bathroom, please. Show mercy. You'll have to excuse these eager bloody yellow jackets. It's been a spate of kidnappings, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious. Which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Laminsons can be an headstrong bunch of bastards, 'tis true, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh, hi! Welcome to Limsa Laminsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many Blackbilly whiskeys. Now take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the city. Okay. The first of many quest completes. Well, that concludes the tutorial. You heard it here yourself. Where's a Helmo when you need it? That gif is pretty funny. Our first level up. Really the only one we're gonna hear. Honestly. But we'll get to hear it 2 more times with the other 2 characters, so... Because remember, I'm gonna be doing New Game Plus for most of the game. There's a few things that you can't New Game Plus that I feel are a good part of the story that shouldn't be left out, so I will be using a fresh character for those too, even after Realm Reborn, believe it or not. But for the most part, there won't be much level ups. Close to home. Not even gonna read the damn descriptions anymore, just go with the dialogue. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down the floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetherite, a device that can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetherite where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the aetherite. Don't go throwing your gil around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced. Quicker than you can say, why's me coin purse so light? Have a word with Swazblatt instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. I don't know if I said that name correctly or not, but... Give him this old octant and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours if you join their crew. Lathora at the front desk is the one that got you started. To get you started. This is the other reason why this isn't available in New Game Plus. It's tied to the starter jobs, and in New Game Plus you can be any job you want. The dialogue is tied to the starter jobs, in my case Marauder. That's why he said the head splitter, the axe. Got all that, lass? Seeing to them 3 tasks I'll take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I'd best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it! There I go sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods what look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale a listen, eh? Did say right. Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninia over yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Ah, you like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning. But once you build a reputation as a woman folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. That's true. Gotta raise our rep first. If you have the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the wench. The lads as bear as that title. What? Yeah, the lads as bear that title have some fine advice for them, but are just starting out in the profession. And that, my girl, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. Oh yes, the tutorial, for actual party combat later. In general, though, it's an NPC for a tutorial. Has a big-ass green leaf on its head. To leave the drowning wench, you must accept the quest, making a name by speaking with Nimia. Which is a little hooded Molotov there. You. So I have to accept this side quest. It's a mandatory side quest. It's not really a side quest then, is it? Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lass. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa Laments is a busy port, not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Scanrail and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Altskiff at the auctions. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. Such shady goods, eh? I think they are a little dirty. They're not that bad. Maybe there's a smudge. I feel like there's a glare from my TV. That's why I'm like having trouble with the text a little bit too. Whatever. You wish to visit Bulwark Hall below? The Crow's Lift is ready when you are. Let's go. Yeah, you literally can't do that unless you accept that side quest first. And now we're in public, so there's a bunch of people here. Well, one more setting I gotta change to eliminate clutter. When targeted, sure. And then others, set it up so mostly for other players. Cause I don't have friends on this character. I just made it. When targeted, initials, hide, and then NPCs, minions. When targeted, boom. That should do it. There we go. That's a lot cleaner. Oh yeah, and this is for my sake. You guys can't see my chat log, but I can. No, not this one. To avoid spoilers. Because I obviously haven't played Endwalker yet, so... Some people talk about stuff in say chat, or yells and shouts, so... Gotta be careful. One more thing. Busy. I'm not kidding, it bears to say, I have to say this. Because I did this for a reason. Yeah, sometimes people can just send you tells because whatever. First time I made a Vieira character, I must have gotten 5 tells when I walked into the plaza over there from different dudes. Okay, I'm not kidding. And yeah, they were trying to be low-key subtle about it, but they were hardcore flirting. And it's only when I made a Vieira character. I mean, gee, I wonder why. But yeah, so I'm doing this ahead of time because we're about to go in there where there's a shit ton of people and I know I'm going to get a tell. Sometimes I even just got emotes. And then that would lead to them trying to talk to me. But yeah, it happens. If you make a Vieira and you go into a crowded place like that and you're fresh off the boat, literally, like you're a sprout, you're going to get attention. Very likely going to get attention. Sure, it depends on the data center and the server too. But you're likely going to get attention. Just letting you know right now. Past experience taught me to turn this shit on now. Alright. What's up, Altskiff? Didn't we talk to you earlier? Oh yeah, when we first got in. Yes, I'm Altskiff. You have some herbs you wish me to examine? Sure. Here. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredients in the creation of somnus. Sleep? A substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Yeah, somnus is like the Latin word for sleep and... or at least related to it, to sleep. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Alpic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa Lominsa. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, miss. But not to worry. You've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Bowman. So in other words, he's saying, I just got fucking low-key scammed by that person upstairs in the bar who was like, oh, you know, these are dangerous, you go pick them up. They were literally just fucking with me because they knew I was new. But this person doesn't know shit. Take on the new guy. Well, the new chick. That's it, we don't have to do that. We just need to do that quest. Now we can stick to the main scenario. Close to home. Our first one. We have the Marauders job class stuff. We won't have to do those. There are a few job class quests I will do on my main character, but... Ah, another novice adventurer. Aye, Battleron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. Damn it! Almost sneezed. Okay. I am Sundamal. One of the Yellow Jackets' tasks was keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. What do you got? Oh, and when we redo these intros, a lot of tutorial text like this, I'm just going to be skipping over. Or just, you know, not voicing it. I might still if the mood catches me. No promises, but still. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Thank you, sir. Return learned. You attune with the Aetherites. You're now able to use Return spell. Cool. Right on. See if I get any slowdown walking through here. There's not that many people. Sometimes it can be way more crowded than this. Nope. Looks like the PS5 is living up to its reputation right now. Yeah. Looks good. Alright. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Already fucking up! Wait, where the fuck are we going? There? And then... So we have to go two different directions at once. Let's go to this place first. I feel like I'm playing FF12 again. It kind of feels that way. A fine day to you, madam. Welcome to the most complete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Battleron? Whatever could it... Ah! My optant! As a navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Yeah. You got fucked up there, apparently. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each skill you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. Ah, but verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Some other time, fool. We got shit to do. Thank you, though. Wait, was there an aetheryte close by? No, it's hella far away. Why the hell would they bring one right here? Check the audio levels on the game. Oh yeah, looks good. Sounds quiet to me, but for you guys it's probably fine. And I'll be checking the VOD after we're done streaming so I can make sure that the music and everything's fine. Because the audio levels are pinned in the settings. Okay, there you go. This might have something to do with it, but I'm not gonna fuck with that. I should have attuned to this. Thank God I didn't go too far away. There, now we can come back here quickly. I'll be using that. Crash Bandicoot Run! Somebody called the male aura run that, and that's what it looks like to me, honestly. He's leaning forward a bit more than Crash, but still, it kind of does look like Crash Bandicoot a little bit. Rainy weather. The sky looks great, doesn't it? That's totally where my eyes are at right now. I swear. I do actually like rainy weather though, but obviously I was fucking around. Oh there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? I got an axe on my back, don't I? Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the aft and has a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lass? Then why don't I give you the short version of the guild's founding history and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What? Am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel and generally laying waste all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits. And that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galodian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Lim's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats, neither. They were warriors who had sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over, and let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lass. And then that's when you can continue with job quests, but we're just sticking to main scenario, so that's all we gotta know about axes here. Did I? Pretty sure I tuned to it, but even if I didn't, this is the whole reason to do it. Thank God for this update, huh? Shit! I haven't attuned to that one. Oh well. I guess the best shortcut we have is this one. It's not much of one. In fact, it almost saved no time. Well, kinda, yeah. Minor time save, but could be better. First person! I can't remember if you could do that in FF12. You see the little blue markers for changing areas, just like in that game, but there's, you know, a lot of similarities, but not everything will be. Alright. Done with the tutorial MSQ stuff. Ah, there you are, Alice. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limbs of Laminsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea of what's there. You can... Well, now if you got some idea what's there, you can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lass. Stick with old Baron and you'll go far. Right on. Ah, that collar. That's where it's from. Level 3. What's this? On to Summerford, level 4. This is where New Game Plus starts, so that's it. I don't have to play any further on this character. Good to know. You just attune yourself with Aetherites and then you fuck off. Either he mistargeted Battleron or he's already looking at us. That player over there, I saw where he looked. I think he just mistargeted. That happens to all of us, really. When we first start. But yeah, that's it. So... That's it! On to Summerford. And just to double check, because I took pictures of the first quest you get. Oh, you must have missed it, Crimson, yeah. I don't know if you're still here or not, so I'll just go ahead and reply. Yeah. Yeah, Limsa's the canon starting point. It's really weird. Oh, right. Hold on, let me add something to that. Yeah. Alright, there we go. That, as a reminder, I have emote only for avoiding spoilers, so... Sometimes when friends come through and they want to say something, they'll just message me on Discord and I'll reply there. Yeah, we're done. Just to double check, pretty sure it's on to Summerford. And... Yes! Alright, so I'm gonna switch to my main version of this character. Start the New Game Plus, and we'll go from here. We'll blaze through everything. So... Logging out should take me back to the title screen, I believe. Yep. Looks good. Okay. You get to look at Sephiroth again for a bit. Gotta change data centers. Also, I did not finish leveling up Marauder. I just wanted to start in Limsa when I made this character. But I just immediately switched to a different class as soon as I could, which was the only other class in Limsa I like, but you can't start with it. You have to get your first class to level 10 first. Is Rogue Ninja, so that's what I'm doing. I got to level 10 as Marauder when I first made this character, and then immediately switched to Rogue and just kept doing the main scenario like that. I was like, fuck this. Because tanking's not my thing, and then if I am going to play a tank, it's going to be Gunbreaker, because Squall fanboy, obviously. Or Dark Knight, because, you know, Cloud. He's awesome. So, yeah. Anyway. Is the right character? Yes, it is. Okay. I'll switch back over once we... Players in queue, 35. Alright. Alright. We're good. Forgot I logged out in the inn. which technically isn't accessible yet at this part of the main scenario, but whatever. User interface looks good. Yeah, my chat looks good. Change status to busy, of course. And then let me double check my chat log settings. This one I'll have to set. Set that somewhere else. Party Alliance, free company, that's fine. PvP. Turning this. Private chat log stuff will be on a different tab. I'll leave standard and custom emotes. Well, standard ones. People can do some freaky shit with custom emotes. Since it's literally your own text, you can write whatever you want. Okay, that should work. And then this should have everything else. I won't miss anything. Good. Alright. Let me go back to where we were standing. And we'll keep going from there. Start up New Game Plus. I'll check the user interface size. Yep. Okay. Let's transition over. My hotbar's a mess. It's not how you would usually play a ninja, but it is what it is for now. Okay, New Game Plus. A Realm Reborn, Part 1. Eorzea, a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. It is here that one adventurer's journey begins. Though power, fame, and fortune all beckon, this intrepid soul is destined for greater things still. Guided by the Mother Crystal, they will walk the path of a hero, of a warrior of light. Let's go. Alright, back where we left off. On to Summerford. Still in Limsa, are you, Alice? How'd you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stalewern, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions? The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Double checking, am I busy? Yep. Just checking. This guy? Wait. Can't believe I'm having to check the map right now. No, not that. I wanted to see where the... Should've just opened the regular fucking map. Okay, yeah, I do have to go down. I don't hang out much in Limsa, so I'm not I'm not that familiar, believe it or not. Might as well demonstrate this. There is a way to fast travel without aetherites. You can hire a chocobo porter. Take me to Summerford Farms. Let's go. Classic chocobo music. Lets me test the audio levels again. I think I am probably gonna rate it just a little bit. Does seem does seem a little quiet. What am I, an hour and 28 minutes in? Okay. I'm just checking if I can go back and look at the VOD. I wasn't appreciating the view, so I was dealing with the damn volume. I think 60 should work in the long run. But because it sounds eerily quiet to me, that's why I'm raising it. Remember, the last time I played this was on PS4. Well, the last time I streamed anything for this game was on PS4, so... I'm wondering, was it really this quiet? And it was a different TV. Yeah, PS4 and... Oh shit, speaking of, what the hell are you on? There you go. Fancy. Yeah, I turned on skill effects again for everyone, just because it's a little bit more immersive that way. That's a bit much. Oh, it's just a normal chocobo. Oh, I could use one of these too. No. We'll just keep it simple for now. What the hell does this thing look like? I give it the damn Ixion barding, alright. I'm actually changing. This is also something you're not supposed to have yet. But hey, New Game Plus perks, I'm not gonna overturn them or overlook them, right? There it is. Jesus. What the fuck is the... I'll give him something more simple. Like... There we go. Make him look like a plain chocolate for me. Yeah, that works. Oh shit, never mind. That's why it seemed quiet. I just saw the sound effects from those guys using skills over there, the other players. That's why I have it at this volume. The music may be quiet, but the sound effects is when it peaks. Never mind, I'll leave it at 60. Still, those players just gave me a good spot for me to check back the VOD later to see the volume. I promise I'll do it off stream. Not like last time. With FF13, where I was like, I'll check it off stream, and then I start the next stream and I'm like, fuck, I forgot. I gotta check it now. I'm sorry, guys. Ah, you must be the adventurer Baron promised to send along. Alice Risto, wasn't it? Yeah, sure. You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Staleworn, the old bastard, as Baron likely described me, and this here is my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merlewebb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. You looking at me like that for, fool? That beef? Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. Yeah, that would suck to go from pirating to have to be a farmer suddenly. That's pretty lackluster. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Okay. We'll help you out. What you need. I have a mind to set you a task, Bristow, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Yeah, if we were playing New Game, we would have to go do some side quests and level up a little bit to get the right gear and stuff. That's the reason. New Game Plus instead. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh-ho! As long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. As long as I'm this well covered, he says. Yeah, I'm really covered up, yeah. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I'll say you have little trouble getting their attention. Ah, Risto. That aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. It's because they separate their main scenario quests by several levels sometimes, so you have to go do side quests or grind some other way to level up before you can continue. So that's him saying, oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, basically. Because he went off to go do stuff. I hope I've read you all right, for I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Lurkers in the grotto. Sure. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Laminsa as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on Myomin. That was a long sentence. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Sure. Good, lass. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Seasong Grotto. Reports are to be believed our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Risto. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Okay, I'll be careful. Don't worry, man, we got this. You don't understand, dude. I know how to defend myself. This is something else we're not supposed to be able to do yet, but like I said, New Game Plus, it has its perks, and I'm not going to overlook them. I mean, I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 15 with New Game Plus perks also, so... might as well do it here. This is the place. That classic Chocobo music, huh? Looks like a giant dodo. Yeah, or a seagull. Not a chocobo. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Yeah, we're doing this for story purposes, so I'm just going to go with very easy for most quest battles. Now, certain quest battles that are actually really cool and have really epic moments in them, I'll raise it up to normal so that we see all the mechanics and all the fancy shit. But there's some quest battles, especially at the beginning, that are just like, whatever. Who cares? You get synced down whether you like it or not, so might as well go very easy to make sure we don't struggle.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide.
I apologize for the echo. I'll mute myself when I can, but sometimes I will have commentary while they're talking, so no promises. This thing is a noise suppressor. It filters out noises, but not voices. Unfortunately, it can't learn to just use my voice. It'll detect anyone else's voice, including the characters, so... Sorry guys, can't do anything about it. And when there's voice acting, I'm usually going to do this. That's fine, should be fine.
I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not.
Oh, you guys didn't hear that. See, sometimes I'll forget to unmute when I
As
do
I
that, so.
suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence.
I'm sure you could read my lips, though.
Nor
Oh,
is
shit!
it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked.
Right, so someone's out to get
Who
us
stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret?
for being here.
Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Lead the way, cultured conjurer. We already know her name from 1.0, but still. Holy shit! Started right away. Get stunned, bitch. Alright, she's holding the aggro, so I'm just gonna stand behind. She's not gonna be holding the aggro for long at this rate. Shit! We got assholes coming in. I got these assholes. I got this bitch! Pretty sure I didn't do that right, but... Are you attending a balloon out there? No, I do have to kill him. I thought she was gonna say leave him alone, but no. That's what Soul's camera! You can't see the full monster because you can't zoom out. One improvement in this game, huh? You can actually zoom out. Why the hell they didn't add that to FF12 is beyond me. I got experience points. So you won't get any XP from quest rewards, but you'll still get them for doing quest battles. That's good.
Phew.
So there's still some incentive to do New Game Plus, if not for the story alone. You do get some EXP from the quest battles, but, you know, compared to just doing duties, that's kind of ass. Still, at least you get some reward for playing the game over again in New Game Plus mode. But we all know the bulk of the EXP comes from the quest rewards that are not offered. Did she not see this, Kristen? She kind of just walked away. Left it to me.
Hear, feel, think.
There's a damn meteor shower again. Much better graphics than 1.0's meteor shower, but we're also seeing it up closer.
Crystal bearer.
It's a crossover with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bear.
I am Heidelin, all made one.
Hello, tiny
A
crystal.
light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, Deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Oh, it's 1-1. That's a pretty big one right there. Mount Everest of them. You can see shots, he's like, holy shit.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
So just do what I usually do, and it'll come naturally. The crystals. I just have to keep believing. Like those guys right there. I like that they show the other characters, to show that you're not the only one talking to the crystal right now.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Yes, Mother Crystal. I shall do as you bid.
Awake again? Are we?
Yeah,
Aha!
I take a nap.
The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
Sure.
I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Okay. Duly noted. I might increase this one more size. Again, oh fuck, why is it not 130? That's gonna be too much. It's gonna get huge. Oh! That was gigantic. It's because, again, playing on a new TV. 120% worked on my old TV on PS4, but now it's, There was a Vista back there? You arrived at... You guys can't see my chat log. It must be above me or something, because there's nothing here. Nope. Well, that's weird. Usually you see a little orb. Oh, it's because I'm in New Game Plus mode. I can't see it, but the game still tells me that it's there. Oh, whatever. That's a long-term side quest that has nothing to do with the story, so we're not going to focus on that. I'll come back to that later when I'm not streaming. 148. Hey, buddy! Rista! Right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about, hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. Good, it's a good size. My, camera... My, webcam isn't blocking out the text box, which is what I was afraid of. Yeah, it looks fine. If you're in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. This. Not gonna tell him about the crystal I found. That's for me. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a maddened Google on you. Here, so I don't accidentally skip something. Set it to +3. Or whenever there's voiceover. When you set it to voice, or whenever there's a voiceover cutscene, it doesn't matter what speed you set it at. It pretty much follows the rhythm and flow of the characters talking. But if you forget to turn it off, that can happen, where I almost missed the first text box. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers. Of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto? A woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Yustola! She's been in Limbs of Laminsa for a good while now. Her studies of the ether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Krista. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? I'll bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. That is what we do as adventurers, right? Sort of like mercenaries that travel freely and make money and for food and water just by working for random people doing odd jobs. Washed up. That sea sloth Severin and his lot. Never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Staleworn would like a word. Don't take no for an answer. Okay. Yes, sir! What the hell is this one? Maybe I'm too zoomed down on that map, but... Fuck this. There. Bird's eye view always helps. Work? Huh! Can't work when my hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd wager me last skill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Staleworn's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. Ugh, how am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Neither of these are good options. Breaded sticks or ash tuna. What? Gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? It probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I'd just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject the summons from the captain. Damn, times are rough for these guys. Gonna be taking a break here soon. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Wanton slaughter. You bet your bosom I did, lass. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. Wow, he's kind of proud of, murdering people, apparently. For, whatever. Pirates, eh? Ignore the shit out of that. So, Staleworn sent you. And what do you reckon I say to that? I've saucier seeds to sow. Damn right! Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners. But I suppose I can see what he wants to get him off my back. I'll eventually turn off the mountain music. I feel it deserves a little bit of demonstration first, though. Hi, I'm Severin. You the old man's errand girl now? Tell him, my dear old captain, not to wet his britches. I'll be alone. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. How did he know? I did approach him with it, didn't I? But no, he doesn't mean this one. That was just his way of telling me to fuck off. Again, you can already tell they're a lot less vulgar in this game than in 1.0. The language and everything, it's a lot less vulgar. You continue to impress, lass. All but 7 are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Alright, Jesus. You know, for reading text, this is fine. But in the long run, this user interface is just a little too big. I'll shrink it once it becomes a bother. Which will be when going into duties. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Risto. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Here, I need my keyboard. I forget that some quests require you to actually type shit out. Oh wait, no, I think I might have had foresight for this. Yeah. I actually put shortcuts. I shortcutted some emotes that I knew I would need for main scenario quests. I thought ahead. Unfortunately, I don't think I did that for all 3 characters that I'll be using, so... What up, fool? Bloody hells, I'm up the strait without a paddle! Are you? I don't think so. Are you really? Or doubting. What's this now? Stelborn sent you for the oranges. Huh. So the old bugger had known all this time. What does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. You want me to fuck them up for you? Alright. Alright, assholes, let's do this. And they're dead. New Game Plus benefits, folks. You guys alright? A hot-ass bunny girl just saved you. Don't take it the wrong way, it's all good, man. We live in 1577, it's all good. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. Oh, is that so? I have to have a word with him. Yeah, that's right, I did the math. He said 1572, and then this is 5 years later, it's 1577. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Damn, they're hungry. You alright, buddy? Severin sent you? Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. But he left you all behind. Hey, asshole. You saved me mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Austin. Send him my regards. You like the cut of my jib, huh? The only thing you like? I don't know. Some of those people by the Aetheryte in the plaza are looking at other things than my jib. But anyway, what can you do? The starting outfit for Vieira, right? Hey, buddy. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms and as scheduled? Ha! There's a first time for everything. Look at him laughing. It's the first time for everything. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. But the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. He still earns payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. I guess so. Actually, hold on. Gotta remember the shortcuts when you can use them. Some loud business. Back in one piece? That's a relief. How did you fare, Risto? Here's how I fared. Your fucking money. Now where's my pay? Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright. Wait. There it goes. Excuse me. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those god-forsaken goblins? You'd do well to mind yourself around that two-guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. True enough. Thanks for the warning. Low maintenance. Oh shit! I thought he was down here. Oh, that's why we have this. Hey, buddy. Blast! At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I'll bet Rockwood knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. And we're at the 2-hour mark. Okay, we'll do that when we get back. Let's see, I guess I'll probably just sit here. Oh shit! What the fuck, you can come in here? Haha! This is cool! I didn't know. There's more interiors in this world than I thought. I've never actually explored more than where quests take me, so... Go figure. Here. Oh, you can't lie on these beds. Wait, I think you have to stand on it. Nope. There's actually, believe it or not, there's actually some beds in public areas, not in rooms and hotel rooms, where you can actually lie down on them. I actually know a few. Can I sit on it at least? There we go. What pose shall I leave? Here. My BRB screen. She'll literally be staring into your soul. Let's see, C pose. I think it's... There we go. This. Or... a normal pose. This works from the front. Or the side, honestly. Actually, yeah, this is good. I mostly like the, I like this hairstyle because of the way her side profile looks. There's another one I like that did that too. But this won't do for now. There we go. And that'll be my BRB screen. Because why not? Can you say clickbait thumbnail? I can. YouTube, here we come. We're going to the big leagues. I would do that, but actually I will put up the BRB screen because somebody could be stream sniping me and then they'll just show up and do shenanigans in front of the camera. You know what? I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk. Just this one time. If it happens, I'll go BRB next time. Yes. Alright. Be back in 5-10 minutes, folks.